Warning. This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
What's going on? I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am Sdotfoster, and welcome everybody to Viewers Anonymous, man. How you feeling? Everything good?
Man, everything is going great, bro. I ain't got no complaints, man. You know what I'm saying? Ready to get this pod going. How about yourself?
I mean, I got a complaint, you know what I'm saying? My knees is giving out on me, man. It's like, hey, but this shit ain't fun. But you know what? This is what's crazy. So I got them posted on my story, and I didn't realize this shit until last night. So I posted a picture of our individual pictures that we had. I put up two. I put up one from my sophomore year and one from my senior year. And the one from my sophomore year, dude, was 20 years ago. Well, not today, but 20 years ago this month.
Wow. So you've been out of high school for 20 years?
Not yet. Let me see, because I graduated 2004.
Oh, okay. So you got 3 years left.
That was just my sophomore year individual.
Oh, you
picture.
said your sophomore. I thought you said your senior picture. My fault.
Yeah, so it's like I'm just thinking, like, wow, man. Even Sinclair had commented on it. And he put a whole bunch of wow emojis, and he was like, "Yo, that's crazy." He's like, "Boy, we getting old." He's like, "It ain't even getting old. We old."
That's wild, bro.
To think 20 years ago. Like, damn.
Yeah, I got 6 years before my 20th high school reunion.
Yeah, we had a class reunion for 10 years. I was gonna go, and then I was like, nah, because like once I got this is what's different about high school reunions. It's the fact that it's not like our parents and like aunts and shit like that. Right. Because we got Facebook now. Like we see a lot of these motherfuckers
all the time, bro.
Yeah, on the feed. But it's like back then, a lot of the times you didn't see these people until like, class reunions or whatever the case may be. And I remember a teacher telling us before graduation, it was like, some of these people you're never gonna see again. And I'm like, well, some of these motherfuckers I don't want to see again. But at the same time,
I didn't want to see nobody from our class reunion, brother.
But the thing is, like, Facebook was, I think at the time, Facebook was out, but it was only a college thing at the time. Yep. So, yeah, but like once that happened, it was like, man, I'm seeing all these motherfuckers like. So yeah, man, it's wild, man, it's wild. But it was just crazy to think that, like, man, 20 years ago, this is insane. Insane, man. So I had a little moment there, but yeah, man, it was hey, it's crazy. It's crazy. But man, so what I'm saying, I ain't gonna get into the details and all that type stuff, but we got one thing that we wanted. I think that it's not. I don't think it's much to ask for feedback for something that you're doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we was able to get something, man. So shout out to what's the name of it? It was a Digital Dissection podcast. Like they sent out a thing saying that they will listen and review your podcast. They listened to our podcast, gave us a great review. We both read it. So I feel good about it, man. It seemed like, that they really feeling what we're doing, man. And they also see and can feel that we have a passion for this. And like that's the main thing that I want people to know. It's like we say it all the time. We potting because we love potting, but at the same time, it's like we ain't just doing this just to be doing it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's something that we enjoy doing, and we put complete effort into it. So I just wanted to say I appreciate them listening and giving us a review on the pod, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's dope, man. Anytime you're doing something like this, and then, you know what I'm saying, somebody take the time out of their day to, you know what I'm saying, give you any kind of feedback, positive or negative, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a dope thing.
I mean, overall though, it was positive. Like, you know what I'm saying? They only said, like, you know, there might have been, like, you know, one thing you could have went a little deeper here, or another thing could have
Yeah.
went a little deeper there. But like overall, like, you know what I'm saying, they really fuck with what we're doing. So I appreciate
Right.
that.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's always welcome, man. That's what we ask for anyway. That's what helps make you better. So, you know, you can't beat that.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
So,
I love.
what you saying?
No, I was just saying that I love getting the feedback.
Yeah, me too, man. So, you know what I'm saying, it's Friday. So, you know what I'm saying, if y'all watch if y'all watch, damn, I keep forgetting we don't do video no more. If y'all listening, y'all tuned in, man, y'all already know every Friday we do what we watching, where we tell people, you know what I'm saying, about some of the stuff that we out here putting people on to. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I think I got 2.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see, man. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
What we watching?
All right, so for me, man, you know what I'm saying? I watched I went back to HBO Max, and you know what I'm saying, I know that it's super old. I know that it's been out forever, but you know what I'm saying, I had to go back and just watch one good time, man. I was watching the regular show from Cartoon Network, man, on HBO Max. And let me tell you something, that show is crazy, bro. If you ain't never seen that shit, take some time, go check it out. It's about a blue jay named Mordecai, and it's about a raccoon named Rigby. And listen, the shit that go on in that show just be it's crazy. Like these niggas will be playing checkers, and they'd do a move like a move that ain't never been heard of, and then next thing you know, like a ghost will pop out the checkerboard and be chasing them for the like, bro. It's such a crazy show, man. But I like it. My kids love it, man. You gotta be careful too, because there's some stuff in there that can go over, you know what I'm saying, the kids' heads, and you would catch it and be like, oh, I don't think this for kids. But it's one of them shows like if you ever watch like Adventure Time or The Adventures of Gumball, something like that. But it kind of got like that Ren and Stimpy feel to it without the super explicitness. And then the other show that it's a movie really, but the other one that I had is off of Netflix, of course, and it's the Malice in the Palace doc. Man, let me tell you something, bro. That might be the doc of the year, man.
Of the year, I don't know.
Did you watch it?
I did watch it.
Man,
I did watch it. But I also listened to a very educated podcast. And they did like 45 minutes on that doc.
Yeah.
And some of the things that they pointed out that was left out, I think it would have made the doc a little bit better. It was a good doc.
I think the doc was intended to kind of change the narrative of the players that was involved. You know what I'm saying? Especially after all these years, how everybody, you know, got a perception around Artest or Meta World Peace, whatever that nigga call himself now. And you know what I'm saying? They also had that perception of Jermaine O'Neal. And Jermaine O'Neal, as you can see in that doc, ain't nothing like that. And then, you know what I'm saying, Steven Jackson, he's kind of been working on his image over the last few years, with him being in the media and being on ESPN and everything like that. And then not only that, like it's some shit that I learned. Like I didn't know that Reggie Miller, you know what I'm saying, was on that team at the time. I forgot Reggie Miller was out there.
No, I knew he was on the team.
Yeah.
But like even the things that I've heard afterwards would have helped. Now, Steven Jackson has talked about this on his podcast, but they left it out the fact that he lost his brother in high school. Well, when he was young, and he was right down the street, and he felt helpless, and he vowed to that point, if you with me, I got your back, regardless of what the situation is.
That's what
they didn't put that in the doc.
No, it didn't get in that, but he did talk a lot about loyalty in that doc. That was one of the points that he stressed. Like he stressed that. Like even when he was talking about when they was walking back from the fight, and you know what I'm saying, when he was walking back, he said it like, "Yo, we ride together, fam." Like he even remembered himself saying that, and he was talking about how he went in, he was sitting down, he was still ready to fight about it. They even talked about going into the locker room, and you know what I'm saying, Ron Artest and Jermaine O'Neal was about to come to blows. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think it was a very cool perspective on that incident. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the major things in sports history. And, man, I think people should watch it. I mean, if you're into basketball, of course, you know what I'm saying, you should watch it. But if you're into sports, watch it. And if not, just, you know what I'm saying, check it out, see what it's about. I think a lot of people remember it. So, yeah, man, go to Netflix. It's called Untold, The Malice in the Palace. It's a documentary. Y'all go check that out. What you got, bro?
All right, man. What I got, I haven't finished it yet. I still got one more episode. It's a three-part docuseries on A&E, man. Invisible Monsters, Serial Killers in America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. You remember I tagged you in it like a couple weeks back.
Yeah.
So I got the 2 episodes in. They're like hour 45, 2 hours each. But like I haven't had a chance to watch the third part. But I mean, a lot of the shit, you know, as far as Ted Bundy, I've already knew and heard. I've seen a lot of stuff on Ted. You know, he's one of the most from the way they put it, and that is he's like one of the first serial killers. Like they use Ted for a lot of the tactics to catch serial killers. Like a lot of the things that he done. And then like a little fact about him is when he broke out of jail, when he broke out the second time, and you know he started making his travels all the way. He even said that he went to a Michigan Wolverine game, and then you know made his way down to Tallahassee. But the thing is, like Bobby Bowden was down there coaching when he went into that sorority house and killed those damn girls.
Oh wow,
crazy. Then like Ted Bundy's trial, this was the first time they used, because he bit one of the girls in the butt, and I think like I don't know what was up with that dude. He bit the girl.
What's Ted Bundy on?
Yeah, he bit her in the butt and he bit her on the boob, right? And so
bit her on the butt.
Yeah. So this was the first time teeth marks was used in a courtroom. They asked for
like he did it aggressively.
Yeah. So they got a warrant to get his teeth marks, and the dude said that he took Ted Bundy to his dentist.
Yeah.
And then when they asked for his teeth marks, because another thing about Ted Bundy is he represented himself. He didn't want a lawyer because he went to law school, but he didn't finish.
Okay.
And when they asked for them teeth marks, that's when he said, "Yo, I think I need a lawyer," because he knew right off the rip like that shit was gonna fuck him up. And so they used that in the trial, and that's how they was able to link him to the sorority girls being killed down at Florida State University. So
that's crazy.
You know, but I knew that shit before this doc. But like I'm learning more about John Wayne Gacy, the B2K killer. You
mean BTK killer?
BTK, my bad.
Hey, if we had a B2K killer, the world would be right.
Man, why you want to kill them, man?
Cause man, look what they did on Marion, man. Little Fizz stole his girl. That ain't cool, bro.
That ain't cool. That ain't cool at all,
Just
man.
dirtbag, man. Straight dirtbag.
That is a very dirtbag move.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
but he was in My Hunters. Remember? They kept showing him
Yeah.
in My
He's
Hunters.
one of
So
the killers that they use.
yeah, so it's good, man. Like it's a lot of information. If you into that type of stuff, as far as serial killers. I still got one more part to go, and like they were starting to get more into Jeffrey Dahmer. They didn't get into a lot of Jeffrey Dahmer till like the back end of the second episode because they didn't even really mention him that much through the first episode, and like halfway through the second one, that's when they really started talking about Jeffrey Dahmer and the
Jeffrey Dahmer
Green
was the
River.
nigga who was eating people, ain't
Yeah, and
he?
and the
Niggas
Green
really-
River Killer. They talked about him too. So
Oh, okay.
it's pretty straight, man. It's pretty straight. Only thing that sucks is, man, like the on demand.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got to deal with the commercials, man. The commercials are killing me.
Yeah, that's trash that they put commercials on demand, bro. There's no purpose of it being on demand if it's gonna have commercials, my nigga.
Exactly. So that's another reason why I haven't got through the third episode because it's like it says like it's 2 hours and 20 minutes. I got to do the whole 2 hours and 20 minutes because of the commercials. Right. So yeah, man, that's what I'm watching, man.
That's what's up, bro.
What was it? Invisible Monsters, Serial Killers in America. It's on A&E.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So today, man, we getting into another movie. Last episode we had an appreciation episode for Leonardo DiCaprio, but this one is about I think you picked this one out, right?
Yeah, I did. You watched this, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna put it like this, real quick. Jennifer Garner, man, she
real deal.
She's come a long way from Elektra. She came a real long way from Elektra in this one. But the movie we talking about today is Peppermint. It's a movie about basically a vigilante lady who is trying to avenge the murder of her family. I mean, I think that's as good as you can get for a synopsis.
Yeah. It's. I mean, at the same time, the story itself, because usually we've seen the revenge story happen before.
Yeah.
But this time, I felt what made this one different was the fact that she took, at least someone took on a whole cartel. It's usually not that complex. It's usually they're just going after the person and maybe they take some people out along the way. Mm-hmm. I think that's what makes this story even doper, because the fact of, to even piggyback off your synopsis, is just like basically her husband got involved into some shit. He tried to back out, but it was too late. Mm-hmm. The Mexican cartel took him out, took the daughter out. I think they really was trying to take the whole family out, but she went back to get some napkins because they had got ice cream. And her daughter had got peppermint ice cream. I think that's why they named the movie Peppermint. And so basically
the peppermint cookies too.
Yes,
I think
Girl Scout cookies.
Her favorite flavor was like peppermint or some shit like that.
Yeah, and then the Girl Scout mom, you know what I'm saying, went off on their ass because she was trying to sell in their spot. Hey, these soccer moms, but they ain't playing around, but like, yo, I got this spot.
Them Girl Scout territories is no joke, man. Like,
hey, I'm telling
you gotta be on your game for real. Because if not, you know what I'm saying, you get pressed up on. It's like they out here, they basically just moving drugs, man. The Girl Scouts is preparing these young women to move drugs.
Man, who you telling? Like her daughter straight up called the other lady an asshole. Like, like it's real out here.
Yeah, big time. This Girl Scout cookie thing, man. You know how much they make on that a year,
dude. It was crazy. I heard the number before. Oh man, I heard it like 4 billion or some shit.
It's like 500, bro.
Dude, it is nuts. And then they fucking us. The price go up and you get lesser cookies.
The cookie game is cold, man.
It is very cold.
Cookie game is super cold, bro.
Yeah, and And dude, where are the Boy Scout cookies at?
You know nobody want damn Boy Scout cookies. Little heathen ass kids coming up. Hey man, what's up, bro? You want to buy a cookie? Get the fuck out of my face, little nigga. Nah, man. Nah, bro. I'm not buying no cookies from the Boy Scout, bro.
Hey, I wouldn't either because boys are aggressive as hell. No,
boys are not trustworthy.
They'll be lying.
They'll sell you the box. Ain't no cookies in them motherfuckers. No, man. No, bro. I'm not giving them that.
Oh man. So basically, they take the whole family out. Well, she ended up not dying. She got hit. I can't remember. She got hit in the head. I know she took one shot in the head, but I think it kind of grazed her in the head. Yeah, so she was able to ID all the men. That's another thing, to be able to ID 3 people in a moving car.
Boy, I mean, in a moment like that, like your senses get heightened too. So, you know what I'm saying? She, because remember, she seen it before it even happened.
Yeah, she seen it when the bullets started. Yeah, so she actually ID'd the men. Mm-hmm. Their lawyer stopped by her house, tried to pay her off. Mm-hmm. She didn't take it. So they was able to get the 3 dudes off, and then she go rogue. You know what I'm saying? For 5 years.
Yeah.
And I think that might be, for me, one of the greatest things about this movie. Mm-hmm. Is because what they did was, when she came back, they started finding shit. Like, they started finding video, and what she did, she went and started doing underground, like, MMA fights and shit. Mm-hmm. And it's like, what she was doing was she was preparing herself to basically go to war with this cartel by herself. And see, they never give us that part. They never give us this part in movies. It just be like a motherfucker be out for 5 years, and then all of a sudden they whooping ass, and they don't explain how the fuck they whooping ass.
Well, yeah, they showed her in one of her MMA fights too, though. And
yeah,
it looked like she was getting manhandled for a little bit.
Yeah, she was, because remember, she went to the hospital because they said that she had like a whole bunch of injuries and shit. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking after that fight, that's when she started getting better, because you got to think, she was just a Girl Scout mom working at the bank, man. Mm-hmm. You know, and then she robbed her bank that she worked at. She robbed it for 50 grand.
Hey man, listen. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do, bro. I'm not mad at her. I was like, yo, that was genius.
That was genius.
Who would have guessed it?
Yeah, she turned straight criminal after, but she tried to do it the right way. She ID'd the man. They tried to pay her off. She said no. So then they let the man go, and then that's when she made that decision to do that. She tried to do it the right way. The law felt that the dudes were not guilty. Now, they had some great points in court. Like, he asked her, did the car stop? She's like, no. It was a little dark outside. You telling me you ID'd 3 men in a moving car with bullets flying towards you? So it is a great point.
That haircut she had was crazy, too.
It was trash.
Yeah. That was the worst haircut I've ever seen.
Don't do her like that.
Yeah, they did
they did do her dirty right there, because that was not a good haircut at all.
Man, listen,
now when she came back, she looked better, but right there,
she looked like she came fresh out of Great Clips.
Hey, hey, that was that hospital haircut, man, because she got shot in the head, man. Like, they did not have a stylist in there at all. They just said, "Yo, we just gonna cut this thing short because we can look inside your head." Like, that was not a good look at all.
Right?
They did her dirty. They did her real dirty. But throughout this movie, though, it had I like the part where, what's my man's name? How they tried to make it seem like I think it was Carmichael. Yeah, Detective Carmichael. Mm-hmm. They tried to make it seem like he's one of the good guys. You know, when they weirded her out because she got tased in the courtroom.
Oh man, let's talk about that though. Let's talk about that because
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, this was one of the rare instances where, you know what I'm saying, white people didn't get justice. And I ain't gonna lie to you. It made me a little bit happy on the inside that the cartel dudes got away with that. Just a tad bit, bro. Just a tad bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? The system finally worked the other way. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right now. And then she started spazzing out. You know what I'm saying? And the way they tased her was so funny because everybody all the dudes in the cartel, they were sitting at the table looking down on her laughing, bro. I was just like, hey man, you know, you live and you learn.
True. But like I would have maybe been with you if the daughter didn't die.
Hey man, niggas die every day, B.
I mean they do. They do. Like the great Ebro says. But my thing is they never explained what the husband and his friend was doing.
Well, they ran that shop, and the shop was going under. So you know what I'm saying. I think
so. They borrowed money from the cartel.
No, they were supposed to do a job with the cartel. Remember, they were supposed to take out the dude, Diego dude. I forgot what his name is. But they're supposed to take out the Diego dude, and then I think the husband backed out at the last minute. So since he backed out, then they was just like, you know what I'm saying, we can't have no loose strings, you know what I'm saying, no loose ends. So they did what they had to do.
Oh, well, they already had, when he backed out, they already had his friend anyway.
That's what I'm saying. So it was just like, you know what I'm saying, it was on the popping from there. So, you know what I'm saying, that was the reason that he got tagged up. And I don't even think they meant to shoot the little girl. I think she just happened to be a casualty. Like, you know what I'm saying, she was in the vicinity of a hit. And she was the one, you know what I'm saying, who had to go down too.
I don't know, man. I kind of felt like because he said, yo, send a message. And I think that for them to do a drive-by at a carnival, you know what I'm saying? Because all three of them caught a hit. I think there was supposed to have been 3 bodies right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but unfortunately for them, they was only able to take, 2 out. And the main person that they needed to take out, they didn't get because I don't think he had it in him to do what Riley North was doing.
Right.
He just didn't seem like that type of guy. And but this is the thing though.
They tried to make her seem like she was just like this, you know what I'm saying? Femme fatale. I told you, man, them femme fatales, man. That's where this action, the whole action genre is going that way now. It's just like, I don't know. They just making it seem like these women out here really, you know what I'm saying, catching bodies.
But the only thing is, I wonder, was there something about her beforehand? Because remember, her daughter was like saying things like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Mom, you should have hit her ass, basically. Like, I don't know if like she might have took karate and her daughter seen it, but it seemed like her daughter knew her mom had some kind of skills.
I think that was the setup to contrast what we was gonna end up seeing. I don't think she necessarily had any kind of skills. So like the way I looked at that was like, okay, her daughter has a certain way about her, right? So like she want to fight, but she's trying to tell her daughter like, yeah, that's not how you handle situations. So now that she's put in a certain predicament, she has to go against that. You know what I'm saying? She got to basically go against all her morals. And now she has to go out here and, you know what I'm saying, do the same thing she was basically telling her daughter not to do. You know what I'm saying? To get her revenge. So I think that's what that was actually for.
All right. So I got to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
So it starts out in the present time where she is killing one of the dudes in the car.
Yeah.
All right. So then once she gets the 3 bodies that she needs, all of a sudden these motherfuckers are hanging from a Ferris wheel. How the fuck she get all 3 of those motherfuckers on that damn Ferris wheel?
Now listen, once again, that's what I said. This whole femme fatale thing is getting out of hand because I thought the same thing. I said, how in the world was she able to carry those men up there and basically have those dudes hanging from that Ferris wheel like that, and she don't look that strong. I mean, Jennifer Garner, what, probably like a solid 130 at the most.
Yeah, but she's cut though. And that's the thing. She's always been cut like that. Like her body looks exactly the same as when she played Electra.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
but fam,
she's a little cut. Like she's not
at 130. She's not carrying 3 heavy Mexicans up a Ferris wheel and hanging it. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, dude. Jennifer Garner look like she could bench about 150, 185, man. I'm telling you. I
highly doubt it.
Man, I'm just saying, like,
little scrawny ass arms, bro. She could probably hit the bar, probably get like a solid 110.
I don't know, man. Like, her arms ain't big, but it's just to be as toned as she is, to be as old as she is.
Bro, she do hella push-ups.
Shit, them pickups. Those pull-ups add up. That shit adds up. Like,
nah, man, not to be strong I'm not saying carry no damn three chunky Mexicans up a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that one. I'm just saying, like, you know, if it was like one of them, like, all right, I get it. But I don't see how she got all 3 of them motherfuckers. But then remember,
that shit was up high though. It wasn't like she started at the bottom and you know what I'm saying. No, they was up there.
Well, she could have had them in the thing and turned the thing on.
How she know how to operate a Ferris wheel? See what I'm saying? That's where she get the key to turn the machine on to even operate it in the first place. And second, how does she know how to operate it? That's what I'm talking about. Like, these are questions that need answers.
Hey. So I just thought that was odd, but I thought that it was sending a message to the cops for the fact of, like, look, y'all didn't do y'all job, so I'm gonna do y'all job for you. So let's have this vigilante conversation.
Yeah.
Now, in her situation, she won over the public. You know what I'm saying? Because with those 3 bodies that she hung up, the news, and that's another thing, like, it showed like news clips of like Riley's situation, what happened to her husband and her child, all this type of stuff. There's spottings of her and all this type of stuff. So with her taking out the judge that was involved, because the judge ended up being bought and all that type of stuff. So with the public saying, if y'all ain't gonna do your job, I don't see nothing wrong with her doing y'all job for now. Granted, you should never. This is the thing about vigilantes, right? Is the fact that there's too many motherfuckers out here watching movies like us, and if everybody want to take justice into their own hands, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be the purge out here. So
yeah.
So it's like, I think you toying with a very thin line with the fact of rooting for the vigilante, because you find yourself. I mean, I found myself when she started going up into these damn places solo dolo and taking these motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Busta Rhymes in Halloween Resurrection. Get his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I'm hype about it, but then it's like, if you think about a realistic situation, I don't know if we should be hyping up the vigilante and rooting for that motherfucker.
Well, I mean, recently, man, we just seen this happen in real life. We just seen when people hyped up the vigilante, you know what I'm saying? Like with the insurrection thing. You know what I'm saying? There was a bunch of vigilantes and they was going to the Capitol to make some change or to make what they thought was change. So, you know what I'm saying? I agree. That's the type of thing you get when you have when you put a battery in people's back and, you know what I'm saying, let them take justice into their own hands when we got people that's supposed to be designated to do that specific job.
True. What I do like about it, well, this film is the fact of, like, dude, I'm trying to remember what that movie was. There was a movie that came out probably like a decade ago.
Mm-hmm.
And like people was criticizing it because they was like, yo, man, some of the headshots in the movie was unnecessary and all this type shit. Like
Oh,
she
come
was
on,
going, man, she was going in. Like, man, when she went into that one place they had the what you call those pinatas in it,
mm-hmm.
when they was counting the money.
Yeah.
Yo, that scene was dope. That scene was dope as fuck. But then they also don't make it seem like she get out of every situation unscathed. Because I hate that. Like they're getting better with stuff like that. Remember, we talked about that with the old guard. Like they was taking bullets. Like they didn't make her superhuman to the fact of she never gets hit, she never gets beat up. Like nobody never catch her slipping. Like there was a few times where she did. I mean, even the way it started, the first thing that she did, she had to go back to the van because she was limping because she had got her leg cut. So she had to staple her own leg and all this type shit. So she was taking a few L's here and there, but that whole scene with the pinatas and shit, yeah, I'm with it. I like seeing Jennifer Garner in these type roles. I haven't seen a ton of her movies, but but when you think about Daredevil, Elektra, she played in that one show. I think it was Alias, I believe.
Yeah, I think that was her.
And so like she's been in these roles where she has, I guess you can call them physical gifts, I guess. Yeah. But like I like seeing her in roles like this, man. I mean I do. She's getting older though. I was just surprised. Like I just looked at her IMDb, like she was born in 72. I didn't know she was that old.
That's crazy.
I did not know this. I thought she was more around my sister's age. My sister was born in 77. I thought she was more in there.
50, right?
51? Yes.
Yeah. Man.
That's crazy.
That's super. I mean, well, you know what I'm saying? This was made in, well, it came out in 2018. So that means it was probably made in like 2016, 2017. So, you know what I'm saying? She still has some, she still has some time to do stuff. You know what I mean? I think right now, with the way things is, I think you probably won't see her in another action movie for a minute. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, she in great shape, but you know what I'm saying? It's just with all these new actresses that's coming out now and they getting these roles, I don't think that they're gonna look towards the older actresses that usually take these roles. Because like I just got done watching and that was another thing I was supposed to put in what we watching, Gunpowder Milkshake. It had Angela Bassett in it, and it was about this, like a bunch of assassins, like a team of women assassins. And like just to see, you know what I'm saying, like Angela Bassett getting in that role and, you know what I'm saying, fighting and shooting guns and stuff like that, it was a little bit weird to see. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't usually see her in that element. And then, you know what I'm saying, like knowing how old she is and her being able to do all that, it's just like, oh, snap. Like, it was surprising, but it was definitely weird to see her do that. So I think that, you know what I'm saying, like when they get those older actresses in there and they had them doing certain things, it's like, yeah, you could have found somebody a little bit younger that would have been a little bit more believable to do that.
And see, and we were just having that conversation a couple pods back because I was asking you about where is the new action heroes? Because like it's a lot of older guys, and you mentioned this a couple pods back. You was like they're starting to use a lot of women.
Yeah, I told you, a bunch of femme fatales, man. Like I'm not shocked that, you know what I'm saying, even remembering, like I said in Avengers, you know what I'm saying, they had the one scene where all the women came together and was fighting Thanos. Like you usually don't see that in the, you know what I'm saying, in action movies, man. So yeah, I think the action genre is really taking a turn. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited to see it. Like, I miss those movies like Colombiana and all them. So like, you know what I'm saying?
That was a dope ass movie.
Yeah, Colombiana was great.
That was a great movie, man. Great movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't think she. I mean, this might have been her last one, man. Because when you look at the movies that she's done, like she's another one of those actresses that she's all over the place, like your girl Elizabeth Banks. Like
Yeah.
she'll give you a serious drama, and then the very next movie she's doing Zack and Miri make a porno. You know what I'm saying? Where
Right.
she's giving you comedy shit. And like
Yeah.
with her, like she do a lot of comedy movies. She do movies that are, you know what I'm saying, for kids.
Mm-hmm.
But then she'll give you something like Peppermint that'll take you back to, when she did shit like Elektra and
Yep.
Daredevil. So it's
Yep.
just like she's kind of all over the spectrum as well. But she's also one of those actresses that don't get mentioned a lot. Like she's been around for a long time. She's been around for a long time, and it's like people tend to forget about her. But I think that's also because I think that she just don't.
Mm-hmm.
I think the film, because even this film, it didn't hit
Yeah.
theaters. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
and it wasn't a Netflix movie. So it's like usually for movies that don't hit theaters to not be a Netflix, Amazon Prime, or because 18 we didn't really have HBO Max at that time. Because
Right.
like I remember seeing this movie, like it came. I thought it was a Showtime movie because it was on Showtime.
Oh, okay.
That's how I even seen it in the first place. I was just messing around, and then boom, I see this movie called Peppermint. I look at the
Mm-hmm.
thing, I'm like, oh shit, let me check this out, and I ended up liking it. And I just mentioned it because one of the reasons I wanted to do this movie was for the simple fact of because it was kind of underground.
Mm-hmm.
Like I do like doing those premiere movies, and we do those type of movies as well. But like also to shine a light on something that might have been slept on, because
Yeah.
I think the story is dope for
Right.
a woman to just living regular life, working at the bank, working overtime. Her husband
And
owned the
then
shop.
turn into goddamn James Bond.
Exactly, the female version.
Mm-hmm.
And
But nah,
and like
we got to give her credit though because she took it up a notch. She turned it up a notch after she killed the three dudes. You know what I'm saying?
oh man,
She went after Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Who her husband had backed out on going up and getting, and she got the job done. You know what I'm saying? You mentioned they said there was a whole bunch of headshots. He was one of them.
in front of the cops, in
Mm-hmm.
front of the cops at the same time.
Yeah. And
But
then
but
real quick, shout out to Beltran, man, because he the real MVP.
hey,
Beltran is the
Belton,
real MVP because he gave her that key at the end so she could get up out of there.
yeah, I like him, man. On the first time, the first movie. No, matter of fact, the first movie I seen him in, and the person we're talking about, is John Ortiz, was um Miami Vice. He was in Miami Vice.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
With
He
Jamie
was in
Foxx
that with
and
Jamie Foxx and
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. He was
Okay.
in that. Then he was in Fast Five. He played Braga. He was in Fast Five.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
No, I know that one. I watched the one with Braga.
And then the next time I seen him, and he's another one of those actors. Very well versed. Now
Mm-hmm.
those three characters, he was the same person, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But he was an American Gangster. He
That's who.
was Russell Crowe's partner that died of overdose from the
Oh,
Blue Magic.
that's crazy. I don't even remember Russell Crowe. I don't even remember Russell Crowe in American Gangster.
Okay, so how can you not remember him in American Gangster, man?
I
Listen,
mean,
so
I know
you
he was the
remember?
cop. I'm just saying, like, I don't remember him like that though.
So you remember when they were staking out this car, and then they found all that
Yeah.
money in that trunk, and and he was trying to tell him like, let's not turn the money in because cops don't. He that was him.
Yeah.
And like he's really good, man. He's good at what he does. He's another one of those actors that nobody really speak about. He just goes in. He's never the main guy. He's never the main
Right.
guy, but you know what? He's like the sixth
He
man.
like, Yeah,
He's the first man off the bench. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like he's that dude where, you know what I'm saying, he's Marcus Smart. Right. Goddamn, like he ain't the starter, but he gets starter minutes and he's in the game at crunch time.
He could give you 20 easy.
Exactly. And like that's what he was in this movie, because come to find out his damn partner is dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And like the plan that she had was great. And it was fucked up how Emmett died. You know what I'm saying? She's out here doing her job. You know what I'm saying? Looking cute while she's doing it. And then
you're right about that.
Yeah, and then she just get gunned down by this dirty motherfucker because she done figured it out. So yeah, man, it's a really good movie, man, that I think that just is really under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
If that's only if you're into this type of shit. Like,
right.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call myself an action junkie, but like after horror, a lot of the times I like to watch. I like to get into this action shit, man, because and then my dumb ass be thinking I could do some of this shit. So it's
I used to hop over couches and everything after I watched the action movies too, but it was mainly the kung fu movies. When I did kung fu movies, I used to think that I knew karate instantly.
My God, you remember in you seen The Kickboxer, Jean-Claude Van Damme? So you remember that scene?
I never watched Kickboxer.
Man, listen. So there was this
Is that the one where he get his back broke?
His brother got his back broke.
Oh, I don't know. That's the only part I know.
But you got the right movie. But it was his brother who got his back broke.
Okay, ain't the Bolo dude in that one? Bolo from the Bruce Lee movies? Or am I thinking of something else?
No, that's that was Bloodsport. He was in Bloodsport.
I thought okay.
But they came out around the same time. It's really almost the same movie.
I don't know. I just remember Bolo was fighting somebody. That's all I remember.
Yeah. You talking about big ass Chinese dude, the biggest Chinese dude you ever seen in your life? Yes.
Yeah, real buff Chinese dude. He like the Chinese Lou Ferrigno.
But so basically, like there was this kicking thing, right? It was a tall one up top. It was two on the side and one down at the bottom in the middle, and he would do like these kick routines. My dumb ass is in the room trying to do the same damn kick moves that he was doing in the damn movie. But I never tried those damn splits Jean-Claude Van Damme was doing. Never tried.
Nah, you ain't supposed to try no splits, brother.
Nah, but I used to try to do those split turnaround kicks that he used to do.
Oh yeah,
roundhouse breaks. Yeah, breaking shit in the house, trying to do that shit. But yes, but nah, it was. I think the outcome ended up being great. Like we revealed it already. But really, like, so she found Edmund's phone because dude put her in the dump.
Yeah.
And so she got her phone and started broadcasting that shit live, told everybody what it was. And what was dope, she went on a suicide mission. She wanted to die. Like this was the same thing. You know what that last scene reminded me of? It reminded me of, well, not the last scene, but the scene where she shot Garcia in front of the cops.
Yeah.
She was wanting the cops to shoot her.
Yeah, to take her up.
But she also wanted to die where her husband and her daughter was. But it reminded me of a law-abiding citizen.
Yep.
The whole time it was a suicide mission. Like they wanted to be with their family at the end of the day. So
because, I mean, it was somebody with nothing to lose.
Exactly. And when you got somebody with nothing to lose, that's not somebody you want to fuck with, like at all.
Man.
Because they gave her a whole different kind of strength. That's how she was able to take this whole. She took out a whole Mexican cartel enterprise by her fucking self.
See, man, that's what I'm saying, brother. Once again, this femme fatale stuff, bro. There's no way this little 130-pound white woman is going to take out the Mexican cartel and the head of the Mexican cartel and rob a bank for 50 grand and never get caught, never die. None of this. Nobody finds this strange. Nobody is lost on how this is happening.
Hey,
white women ain't even that agile. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Yo, when she went to Garcia's house,
man,
when she had that car rolling through, and she was taking motherfuckers out,
and then he had the chance to take her out, he gonna stab her up and then run. Like, what is this?
Hey,
how you shank somebody and not finish the job, bro?
Hey, but he shanked her in the right spot because he saw she had a damn bulletproof vest on, boy. He got her the ribs, boy.
Man. It was, man.
No, what was great was what she did after that. When she went to old girl house, then she got into the argument about the cookies.
And then stole her car.
And then
told her she had a failed marriage.
Hey.
That was crazy.
Hey, she put a maxi pad on her injury, my God.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
She put a maxi pad.
They worked.
Yeah. It stopped the bleeding.
Yeah, they definitely stopped the bleeding.
And so, then she
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say because I thought that part was funny because she said when she put the gun to her head and that motherfucker started pissing on herself.
Oh man.
and she said, "I'm gonna burn your house down with you in it." I just thought that part was dope. For them to circle back around and go to that woman, I thought that was
fire flame time, man. You ready?
Let's do it.
Yoga fire, yoga flame.
All right, man. It's on you, brother.
All right, man. Like we mentioned, this was my idea to do. I got mad respect for Jennifer Garner. Also, John Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Method Man. You know what I'm saying? He had a little cameo. I don't want to call it a cameo, but he only had like 3 scenes. So you probably could call it a cameo.
That's about as good as a cameo gonna get.
Yeah. I think that this movie has potential. It has potential. I mean, it's not great. It's not great. It's good, but I thought that the story. Now, obviously, it's not just Peppermint where there's just one person taking out. I mean, look, we did Ava. You know what I'm saying? Ava. So it's just like we've seen movies where it's like, yo, this shit is impossible. No way in hell they could do this shit. But it's still good cinema to be able to watch it. At the end of the day, I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Okay.
I got respect for it. It's not, like I said, it's not the greatest movie, but it's also one of those movies. It's like, yo, if you trying to pass some time and you're like, yo, I want to watch a good action joint, I think this is something that that'll make a good little movie date, man. To watch something like this. So 3.5.
I agree. Man, for me, man, it was a good movie. It was action packed. Nice storyline into it. Jennifer Garner did a great job. Even though I didn't really believe that she could do most of that stuff, she actually made it believable. Like I said, man, she came a long way from Electra. She was real smooth in some of the movements and stuff like that. I think she did a great job with all the guns and everything. It didn't, since she made it look like she really knew how to, work guns. But overall, man, the story was good. The cast, it really wasn't like no major cast. So, it's always good to see people who don't have those familiar faces still do great jobs and give a great performance. So for me, I think I'm gonna match you, bro. 3.5.
Cool. I ain't mad at it. So the interesting thing is, how we gonna do this coming soon?
Let me see.
Because of a situation that happened the other week.
Right. Okay, so next week we for sure got Lakeview Terrace. But that Friday pod is gonna be a surprise. Let's just do it like that, because we don't know which one we want to pick yet. So, want to keep it at that?
We can keep it at that.
Okay.
We can keep it at that. What about
we didn't play the drop. But go ahead. You said what
about the other pod, the plan that we was talking about before we started?
I say we still do that. We still do that. You talking about with the announcement?
No.
No. That's yeah. We'll talk about that later.
Cool.
We'll do that on the intro of that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we didn't pay the drop, but you know what I'm saying? It'll be all right. Yeah. Like some of the shit like
yeah, man. Listen,
we got a lot. We got a lot going on.
We don't have a production team. We are the production team. So forgive us if there's some mistakes or sounds or whatever. We making this happen ourselves.
Yes, sir. Everybody, I put out a episode on 28 Minutes or Less. What did I name it? It was episode 55. I forgot what I named it. Oh, conversation about the GOAT TB. Mm-hmm. Y'all can go check that out. All major platforms. You can find me at Sdotfoster IG on Instagram and Twitter. Mm-hmm. Stolen? No, not stolen. 28 less. At 28 Minutes or Less Pie on Instagram, 28 Minutes or Less on Facebook. Yeah, but y'all still can check that out, man. What made me think of that? Because me and the guy Casey was talking, and he was talking about the Stolen Time Podcast Network YouTube page. Me and him was talking about that. That's why I ended up saying that. But y'all can go check that page out too, man. If y'all want to watch some of the visuals, for 28 Minutes or Less of the Stolen Time Podcast. That's on the Stolen Time Podcast Network on YouTube.
For sure, man. Y'all already know, man. Follow me on Twitter at Scoots Bronson. You can follow me on Instagram, ScootsBronson_TV. You can also check out my other podcast, 15 Minutes of Fame. I got some more coming very soon. I'm talking to some people now about getting them interviews in. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, View a Non-Pod. Follow us on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. That's where you can get all our information. That's where our link trees and all that is. And yeah, man, that's the one, bro. Thank you guys for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it. We will see you Tuesday. And y'all stay easy. Like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Good.